Holy shit. Hello everybody, my name is Necroxus. Today we are reviewing part 3 of the Tomb of Sargeras audio drama. This is entitled The Tomb's Fury. And I don't know what is happening. Especially with the ending. Spoiler alert, I guess, but there's a lot that they have to explain between the end of this and the last part. I've been told there's only 4 parts. And then also how Legion begins, because Gul'dan unlocks all the seals, which, by the way, last episode I said, I don't remember when they opened a portal at the Tomb of Sargeras. It was the first time it was mentioned was in Chronicle in a 2-sentence blurb that I had forgotten. So there you go. Hopefully some of you saw the note that I left in the video, but if not, there you go. So, Gul'dan unlocks all the seals as Kim and Khadgar are having this banter back and forth, and Khadgar's trying to bait him by telling him this fate in the main universe, Gul'dan's fate. And that's all interesting. Once again, I love how Gul'dan is actually curious about what happened to his other self. But then when he unlocks all the seals, the power to open up the portal begins coming back, and he steals it all for himself. Gul'dan steals all the power. And fragrantly and blatantly tells Kil'jaeden to screw off because he's not going to open the portal. So at the end of this, Gul'dan has stolen all power of the Tomb of Sargeras. He's become even immensely more powerful than he already has become as the most powerful mortal warlock he already was. He becomes even more infinitely powerful. Khadgar is stuck in the tomb with the doorway collapsed, seemingly about to die, and Gul'dan leaves. I don't even know what's going to happen. Okay, so, for Khadgar, I think what's obviously about to happen is somehow Maev's going to find out or sense the magic or something. Maev's going to show up and save him. I don't know who else it could be. The demon hunters are still sleeping or imprisoned. No one else is close to where he is. It would have to be Maiev. Maiev will show up maybe with one of her other people and save him. And her not being at the at the Vault of the Wardens is how Gul'dan's going to leave and have gone there. So basically, Gul'dan and Maiev are going to cross paths but not actually see each other. Gul'dan's leaving to go to the Tomb of Sargeras, maybe, to get Illidan's body? But then again, he doesn't know it's there yet, so I don't know. But then Maev's going to come and try and save... Either if Khadgar saves himself, I'm going to be really bummed out about it, because they made it seem like Khadgar's dead, there's no way he could save himself. So if he just bibbidi-bobbidi boops himself out of the tomb, I'm going to be kind of annoyed by that. I hope Maiev has to come and save him, and I hope that her leaving the Vault of the Wardens to do so is why Gul'dan can then just kill everybody there, unleash a bunch of demons, and then steal Illidan's body. Also, I don't know how we get from Gul'dan saying, I'm not going to be a pawn of the Legion because I have all this power, to him in Legion saying, I am doing the Legion's bidding. I'm doing the Legion's bidding. I'll see what little notes I wrote down, because I stopped my notes as I realized what was about to happen. Well, see, this is the point that I wrote down. Gul'dan constantly thinking about betraying the Legion, yet this never happens or is representative in the game. That was before I read the end where he just betrays them. But the other part is still true. This is not represented in the game, so something major has to happen. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm very curious. I'm not upset about it. I love the twist where Gul'dan's like, well, he learns about what happened with the other Gul'dan, how he tried to steal the power for himself when they got killed by demons, and Khadgar spins that around to say, well, it looks like the Legion didn't need you after all, huh, wink? And then Gul'dan's just like, well, fuck it then, I'm just gonna steal all the power from myself and screw you, Kil'jaeden. I really also liked Kil'jaeden saying to Gul'dan, don't kill him, end this, because neither of you can die this day. And Gul'dan realized that they're going to try and corrupt Khadgar, which is what we see happen in Khadgar's animation. Although it fails completely because he's just like, oh, I kind of wanted it, but never mind, because he's a boring character. But But, and then once again, in that same vein, Khadgar randomly knowing about the seals at the Tomb of Sargeras, despite literally nobody else except for the people who did it, which is the Nightborn, or the Highborn, the Night Elves that would become the Nightborn, sealing it off, and then as well as Egwene apparently also keeping seals in the tomb on her own. Which is confusing because the Chronicle says that they tried to open a portal at the Tomb of Sargeras in the War of the Ancients, which was before Egwene. So that gets sealed off. They use the Pillar of Creations, the night elves that become Nightfall, the night elves that become Nightborn. So the Nightborn in Legion, but the night elves that they once were, seal off the portal with the 5 pillars, and then Egwene later on takes the Avatar of Sargeras' body and puts it in there, and I guess reinforces the seals. And like after 4 of them are gone, the last one begins to like destroy the temple itself to prevent it from being open. So I thought that bit was interesting, that Egwene had the foresight to create like a fail-safe where if 4 of the seals are open and the 5th one is like super duper hard to get, and if someone tries to open it, it will collapse the entire tomb onto itself to try and stop. But Gul'dan, because he steals the power of the tomb, which I guess is whatever power was left from the Avatar of Sargeras, or I guess it's that combined with whatever power they were using to try and open the portals, because it said that the power to open the portal up was about to be reactivated, but Gul'dan stole it for himself. So I wonder if there was any actual power left from the Avatar of Sargeras in the tomb. I know the eye was supposedly the last thing that Illidan takes for himself in Frozen Throne, but there was always just a question of like, well, maybe the Avatar still had more power left to take for himself. So I don't know. I'm curious. This is, I think, out of the 3 parts so far, it ended with me going, I don't know how they're going to resolve this. I don't know how Gul'dan betraying Legion is great. It's fine. I like it. There's not a lot of ways for them to then take him back to being a servant that's going to feel nice, good to me as a person who likes that character, or even narratively in general. It's hard to progress a character and then go, oh, well, but the game needs him to be back here, so we're going to go back here. So I don't know. I hope they do it like organically. I hope something happens, because from all intents and purposes, the invasion that's happening in Legion is not like Gul'dan has this army on his own and he's doing it. It's the Burning Legion is doing it. Because, once again, at the end of the Broken Shore, Gul'dan summons, like, the whole, like, crazy general army of the Legion. So, I don't know. They have a lot of work to do between the end of Part 3 and the end of Part 4 to convince me that this is good. Let's see, some other stuff. See, that wasn't like a positive or a negative. It's just me thinking, what the hell are they going to do? I don't know how they could fix it or make it a good ending. I'm curious, but I guess we're going to find out tomorrow. Or hopefully if it comes out tomorrow. But let's see. There are some other stupid things that I didn't... Like, some other little tiny stupid things that bothered me. Like, I don't think I said this already. If I did, sorry. Khadgar randomly knowing about the seals at the tomb, despite literally nobody else knowing that except for the night elves who become Nightborn. Of course, Khadgar is just, I happened to study this, and I figured it out, because I'm Khadgar, who knows everything. I'm the character that explains the story to people. Boring. Also, while I understand why this needed to happen. I understand why Gul'dan had to find out about the other Gul'dan being killed by demons. I agree that that had to have been told to him, and he should have figured that out. The problem is, there should have been a way for him to realize that on his own. The runes, see, because someone else brought it up in the first video, and I thought that's what they were going to do. Gul'dan left runes chronicling the main universe is Gul'dan, the one who's already dead, left runes chronicling his way through the tomb. Because Maiev sees them as she's following Illidan through the tomb. And she, like, narrates what happens to him. It's the story of Gul'dan and the Storm Reavers and the Twilight's Hammer being killed off by more and more demons, and eventually Gul'dan's by himself, and he makes his way through the tomb, and he eventually dies himself. So I was thinking, like, oh, Gul'dan's gonna see these runes, and then he's gonna be like, oh, the other me was here, and this is how he died. Because, once again, the alternate Gul'dan needs to learn this information, because I think it's important to his character to progress to the point where he says fuck the Legion. Because regardless of how he ends up going back to the Legion, I think him saying, like, I want the power to myself, so screw all of you, like, it already happened in our main universe. So to bring back from a point way, like, years ago that I brought up about Warlords of Draenor is that the one thing that I was okay with the alternate universe stuff was if they kept the characters true to themselves at their core, like their core beliefs and their core behaviors. And that's why I was fine with that part of, we're bringing all these characters back. Like, Durotan still acted like the Durotan from our universe, etc., etc., etc. Orgrim Doomhammer did the same thing, where he was eventually part of the bad guys, then became a good guy, and then died. All the other characters basically the same thing. But so I like how Gul'dan is the same thing. Like, in our universe, he was like, I'm with the Legion, but it was really just for him to get himself power. And then eventually, after the Legion stopped giving him that power, he's like, well, fuck it, I'm just going to take it for myself. Which is why I like that he needed to get to that place. This version of Gul'dan did. Am I making sense? My problem with the way... So to get back to my actual point, the problem with him finding this out is he doesn't figure it out on his own. He gets told this by Khadgar. And I guess they did it in the least terrible possible, because I think this is a bad way that they told it to him. But I guess they did it in the least bad way possible by having it just narrated to him by Khadgar, who just knows everything because he's fucking Khadgar. I'm not saying Khadgar wouldn't know about Gul'dan's fate. I mean, in general, he just happens to know everything because he's the character that explains the story to the other characters and to us as the fans. But so I don't like that he explained it to Gul'dan. I wish everything was happening the exact same way. But Gul'dan already had the knowledge that he got betrayed, I guess. He didn't really get betrayed, but he just got killed by demons. And I wish he would have came to the... Sorry, I got distracted because my TV was on and I saw something weird. I guess I wanted him to, like, come to the realization of everything Khadgar says to him on his own while the same things are happening. Like, him and Khadgar are fighting, and he's trying to open up the seals, and Kil'jaeden's like, do the shit, dude, you're our slave, do whatever I say. And I wish Gul'dan would have had his own, like, inner monologue to himself, being like, the other Gul'dan did the same thing. He, like, tried to be with the Legion, but they eventually thought he wasn't worth it anymore, and he lost contact with them, and he had to steal power on his own. And I sense some extra power in this tomb that I'm not getting access to because Kil'jaeden's not giving it to me, so I'm just going to steal it myself. And I think it would have been interesting if there was some kind of, like... Because Kil'jaeden can, like, telepathically talk to Gul'dan and he can talk back to him. I wish there would have been, like, a back and forth where he's like, I'm just going to steal the power for myself, and Kil'jaeden's like, no, don't do it! I'm going to do it! No, don't do it! And then Kil'jaeden gives him the power... Because he gets the power initially because Khadgar's about to destroy the tomb with the trap that Egwene set off. So, I wish he would have gave him the power and Gul'dan would have been like, thanks, that's what I wanted all along, and just tries to do the exact same thing that happens. He tries to kill Khadgar, he ends up destroying the last seal. I wish Gul'dan had his own agency over that part of the story, but otherwise, I really liked it. So, me rambling about Gul'dan for... There's a fly in my room. Me rambling about Gul'dan for... Get out of here. For like the last 7 minutes aside... I thought this part was way better than the last part, mainly because there was less Khadgar just being like, I am overpowered and boring and can solve all the problems, and more Gul'dan being like, I am a conflicted character who's actually pretty interesting, doing my own thing and trying to kill Khadgar. So, anyway, I'm probably going to do like a recap of the entire thing tomorrow when it's done. I think, if tomorrow is the last part, but... I'm really intrigued to how it ends. I love this so far. Once again, Blizzard knocking it out of the park with their pre-Legion advertising stuff. So, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you thought about in the comments below. We always have great discussions, especially about these audio dramas. We've had a lot of interesting comments in the comments below. So, if you don't read comments a lot, do it on these 4 videos, because a lot of people bring up really interesting points. I might not agree with them all the time, but they at least make me think, which is all I've ever wanted. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time tomorrow for the finale. Otherwise, enjoy Nova Covert Ops, and, yeah, farewell.